One of India's smallest states, Goa is bounded by the states of Maharashtra on the north and Karnataka on the east and south, and by the Arabian Sea on the west. Goa is an escarpment rising up to the Western Ghats range of mountains, which is separated from the Deccan plateau. The highest point is the Sunsogar Peak, with an altitude of 3,366 feet. Goa has a coastline of 160 km. Goa has also 7 major rivers. The total area of Goa is 3,702 square km, and it ranks the 28th place among other states. Goa's soil is rich in minerals and humus, thus conducive to agriculture. Some of the oldest rocks in the Indian subcontinent are found in Goa, between Molem and Enmode on Goa's border with Karnataka. The rocks are classified as transuranic gneiss, estimated to be 3,600 million years old, dated by rubidium isotope dating. The forests of Goa form the part of the Western Ghats, the region which have been internationally recognized as biodiversity hotspot of the world owing to its rich flora and fauna. Most of the Goan forests are located in the eastern region of the state. Equatorial forest cover in Goa stands at 1,500 square km, most of which is owned by the government. Government-owned forest is estimated at 1,300 square km, whilst private is given as 200 square km. Most of the forests in the state are located in the interior eastern regions of the state. Goa's 7 major rivers are the Mandovi, Zuari, Trekol, Chapora, Galjibag, Kumbajura Canal, Talpana, and the Sal. The Zuari and the Mandovi are the most important rivers interspaced by the Kumbajura Canal, forming a major estuarine complex. These rivers are fed by the southwest monsoon rain, and their basin covers 69% of the state's geographical area. The annual replenishable groundwater resource of the state is 0.28 billion cubic meter. Goa features a tropical monsoon climate under the Konkan climate classification. Goa, being in the torrid zone and near the Arabian Sea, has a hot and humid climate for most of the year. The month of May is usually the hottest, seeing daytime temperature of over 35 degrees Celsius coupled with high humidity. The state's 3 seasons are southwest monsoon period June to September, post-monsoon period October to January, and pre-monsoon period February to May. Over 90% of the average rainfall, that is 3,048 mm, is received during the monsoon season. Goa's wildlife sanctuaries boast of more than 1,512 documented species of plants, over 275 species of birds, over 48 kinds of animals, and over 60 genera of reptiles. The important forest products are bamboo canes, maratha box, chiller box, and the biran. Coconut palm trees are common throughout Goa, bearing the elevated regions. A variety of deciduous trees such as teak, sal tree, cashew, and mango trees are present. Goa's forests are rich in medicinal plants. Nanda Lake is the first and the only Ramsar wetland site in Goa. Foxes, wild boar, and migratory birds are found in the jungles of Goa. The avifauna includes kingfisher, myna, and parrot. Numerous types of fish are also caught off the coast of Goa and in its rivers. Crab, lobster, shrimp, jellyfish, oyster, and catfish are the basis of the marine fishery. Goa's state animal is the gaur, the state bird is flame-throated bulbul, and the state tree is the Indian laurel. The Portuguese colonial heritage and the diverse local population of Goa have cultivated a unique cultural landscape. The population is primarily a mixture of Christians and Hindus. The western coastline and estuaries are dotted with wayside crosses and Roman Catholic churches, while the hilly east is scattered with Hindu temples and shrines. The total population of the state is 13.8 lakhs. The male population is 7.39 lakhs. The female population is 7.19 lakhs, and the transgender population is 398, and there are 945 females per 1,000 males in the state. The tribes in Goa are very much aware of their development of the outside world. They have always preferred to stay connected with their roots. The chief tribes in Goa include Kaudas, Kunbis, Velips, and Dangas. According to 2011 census in the state of Goa, Hinduism constitutes 66.08%, Christianity is 25.10%, Islam is 8.33%, and Sikhism constitutes 0.10%. The overall literacy rate of Goa is 88.70% and the female literacy is 84.66%. Mando is the most ubiquitous form of folk music in Goa, essentially a love song. Mando is regarded a synthesis of Indian and Western musical form. Mando evolved as a traditional music form in the 1840s and is basically performed by the Catholic Christians in Goa. Dulpet, the concluding part of Mando, is a derivative of Goan folk music and predates the main Mando performance. An assortment of musical instruments such as the gumet, a traditional Goan percussion instrument, the violin and the guitar accompanies a Mando performance. Dekni. Dekni dance is one of the oldest dance forms of Goa. In Konkani, it means beauty. This dance is a mixture of Indian and Western music. Dekni dance can be associated with those people who converted into Christianity from Hinduism during Portuguese rule. This dance form can be witnessed anywhere in Goa. Fogdi dance. Fogdi dance is mainly the dance of Konkan women of Goa. Only women participate in this dance. This dance is performed during festivals and religious activities. It is also performed during harvest season when women find themselves at leisure. This dance also represents women's break from their daily work. They dance to entertain themselves, to enjoy a little break from their daily work, such as water fetching from the river. Women perform Dalo dance to ask gods to protect their family and household. The dance performance is a kind of ritual which women do to offer their prayers to the deity. Dalo is performed at the beginning of the winters. During the Pausha period, according to the Hindu calendar, the dance is performed for 5 to 9 days, depending upon when the full moon will be end to the festival. The theme of Dalo dance is mainly religious and social. Goa Carnival. Goa Carnival is one of a kind. This kind of festival is not found anywhere else in India. This festival is 500 years old. It's a very important festival for Catholics as it is a pre-Lenten festival, which means after this fest, the Catholics would maintain abstinence from the meat for 40 days prior to Easter. Colorful costumes, soulful music, extravagant dances, colorful processions, and the love and enthusiasm of people around will make your day the most memorable one. Goa Carnival is the most popular festival in Goa. Colorful streets and floats resonate the joy of people in the carnival. If you want to experience a real Goan vibe, then make sure you don't miss this carnival. Saint John Festival. It's one of the most popular Catholic festivals celebrated in Goa, celebrated every year on June 24th. This festival is a tribute to St. John the Baptist. The beauty of this festival lies in its madness. Villagers jump into streams, wells and ponds, which signifies the happiness of St. John the Baptist when Jesus was born. Pool parties, private savajama parties, guest halls decked in crown made up of copal flowers and leaves, dance, music and rich Goan food makes the festival of Saint John the best one. Shigmo Festival. Colors and soul-soothing madness all around Shigmo Festival is a euphoria of festival tourism in Goa. It would not be wrong to say that it is a festival of vibrant colors. It's celebrated to welcome the delightful spring season. Shigmo Festival gives you the best opportunity to experience Goan traditions. It is one of the most popular cultural festivals in Goa. Goa Sunburn Festival. Goa Sunburn Festival is Asia's largest 3-day dance and music festival of Goa. If you want to dance to the rhythms of the most energetic and soulful beats and soothe your ears to the most delightful music, while enjoying the best food, then Goa's Sunburn Festival is a must-not-miss festival. Every December, tourists from all over the world come to enjoy the most melodious music of renowned international and Indian artists. Goan fish curry or the kitikodi is a staple diet of every Goan, making it a famous food of Goa. The Goan fish curry is loaded with various spices along with coconut. Raw mango is also used to give the dish a tangy flavor. The main ingredients of the dish are a decent sized pomfret and raw mango. Instead of pomfret, kingfish may also be used. This Goan dish is served along with the rice. Chicken Kaffriel. Kaffriel chicken is a spicy green colored dish that will leave your mouth watering. Grinding green chilies, herbs, and various spices together make the masala for the chicken. Then the chicken is mixed with this masala and fried. This Goan dish does not require anything on the side, but it may be served with the salads. Goan pork vindaloo. Wind comes from the word vinegar, and alu means garlic in Portuguese. It is said that this Goan food was previously called vindaloo, but because of the use of potatoes, folks started calling it vindaloo. Alu means potatoes. This dish consists of pork, onions, chilies, garlics, and along with the vinegar and other spices. Masala is prepared using the chilies and other ingredients and is then mixed with the meat and vinegar. This mixture is stored overnight. The dish is then fried using onions and other herbs. Normally, other states are fond of cricket, but association football is the most popular sport in Goa and is embedded in Goan culture as a result of the Portuguese influence. A number of Goans have represented India in football, and 6 of them, namely Samir Naik, Climax Lawrence, Pramanand Shaukar, Bruno Catencio, Mauricio Alfonso, and Roberto Fernandez, have all captained the national team. Goa has its own state football team and league, the Goa Professional League. The economy of the state of Goa depends for its revenue on the agriculture sector. Main crops grown in the state are rice, fruits such as mangoes, legumes, cashews, arecanut, and sugarcane among the leading crops. Principal forest products include teak and bamboo. Fishing employs about 40,000 people, though recent official figure indicates a decline in the importance of this sector and also a fall in the catch, due perhaps to traditional fishing giving way to large-scale mechanized traveling. The state also exports a number of its agricultural commodities. Educational and training institutes range from primary school to technical and collegiate institutions. Goa University, one of India's premier post-secondary institutions, is located at Bambalim, near Panaji. The National Institute of Oceanography, which is famous for its oceanographic research and for its expeditions to Antarctica, is located at Dona Paula on the far western tip of Goa Island. There are 1,157 primary schools, 416 high schools, 104 higher secondary schools, and 58 middle schools in the state. The state has only one state university, which is Goa University, and 2 institutes of national importance. By the year 2000, the government of Goa had achieved the Health for All goal through its several health and medical care programs. Hence, Goa is considered as one of the best states in the country where health and medical care facilities are concerned. There are 31 primary healthcare centers, 4 community healthcare centers, 2 sub-district hospitals, and 3 district hospitals in the state. Goa is well connected to the rest of India and the world by road, rail, sea, and air. In Panaji, there is a large bus terminal that adjoins the station and the Konkan railway. Completed in 1998, the Konkan railway runs along India's western coast from west central Maharashtra to southern Karnataka, where it links with the country's southern railway. Another rail line connects the state's primary port at Marmagao with the country's southwestern rail system by way of Castle Rock in the Western Ghats. There is an international airport at Dublin near Panaji. The structure of Goa's government, like that of the most other Indian states, is defined by the National Constitution of 1950. The governor is appointed by the President of India for a 5-year term. Assisting the governor is the Council of Ministers, which is headed by a chief minister and is responsible to the elected legislative assembly. The key political players in Goa state are the Bharatiya Janata Party, Indian National Congress, Aam Aadmi Party, Goa Forward Party, and the Revolutionary Goans Party. The current chief minister of the state is Pramod Sawant. Sawant started his electoral career when he contested the 2008 Pale constituency by-election on Bharatiya Janata Party ticket and lost to Pratap Prabhakar Gowns of Indian National Congress. He contested the 2012 Assembly election from Sankulin constituency. He won the constituency by defeating Pratap Prabhakar Gowns of the Indian National Congress. He also served as a spokesperson of the Goa unit of the Bharatiya Janata Party for a brief period of time. He is the 13th Chief Minister of Goa. His party name is Bharatiya Janata Party. They won 28 seats out of 40. There is no opposition party, and the next state election will be in 2027. Some of the famous leaders of Goa are Alfredo Nobre da Costa, Dayanand Bandokar, Lakshmikant Parsekar, Manohar Parikar, Sanjogita Rane, and Sashikala Kakotkar. Some of the famous personalities from other domains are Bhumi Pednekar, Bollywood actor, Tony Fernandez, head of the Air Asia Group of Malaysia, granted the rank of Overseas Citizen of India. Lata Mangeshkar, iconic playback singer. Asha Bhonsle, iconic playback singer. Dr. Manohar Raj Sardesai, a poet and a writer. Leander Adrian Paes, popular tennis professional player. And Rita Ferreira Paul, Miss World to India for the first time in 1966. In 1510, Afonso de Albuquerque conquers Goa in India for Portugal. In 1560, Portuguese Goa has its first archbishop appointed. In 1530, Portuguese Goa replaces Cochin as the capital of Estado da India. In 1656 and 1663, Dutch force attempted to blockade Portuguese Goa for a second time. The blockade ends with a peace treaty. In 1961, Portuguese Goa is invaded by the Indian military. In 1987, Goa officially becomes a state within the Republic of India. In 2004, Ashwek Vintage World was set up at Nuve, which is Goa's only vintage car museum. And in 2016, Panaji is selected under Smart Cities mission by Government of India. Beaches play a starring role among the attractions in Goa, contributing to why it is one of the best places to visit in India. Nearly every tourist who visits the area spends a day at Palolem Beach, a crescent-shaped stretch of white sand and overlooks the Arabian Sea in South Goa. While simply hanging out and soaking up the scenery is a perfect way to enjoy this beautiful area. Palolem Beach also offers an array of activities to fill your time. You can also spend the night in one of Palolem's rustic cocoa huts, which are erected at the start of the high season. Anjuna Market. Goa is home to a ton of markets, but none offer the liveliness or selection of products found at Anjuna Market. For roughly 50 years, hundreds of vendors have been setting up shop on Anjuna Beach every Wednesday to tempt free-spirited travelers with the hippie-inspired trinkets and souvenirs. While many tourists visit Goa for the beaches, countless others consider the trip to be a pilgrimage to important religious sites like the Basilica di Bom Jesus. This old Goa attraction dates back to the late 16th century and contains the remains of the St. Francis Xavier. The Apostle of Indies co-founded the Society of Jesus religious order with a friend St. Ignatius Loyola and spearheaded an extensive mission in India. The Basilica has been a UNESCO World Heritage Site since 1999. Every year, the Feast of St. Francis Xavier draws big crowds to the church in late November and early December. It kicks off with a 9-day novena and open-air masses before concluding with a major holiday on December 3rd. Church of Our Lady of the Immaculate Conception. The pristine white church, which dates back to the early 17th century, stands atop a zigzagging staircase that resembles the tiers of wedding cake. Its perfectly symmetrical Portuguese Baroque architecture is a sight to behold. At night, twinkle lights make the church look like something out of the fairy tale. Construction works at Doublelim Airport in Goa. Construction of new fishing jetty at Karigwada, Vasco. 4-laning of Patravadi in Parnim to Bambalin. Development of whole multi-purpose coastal cargo berth at Vasco Bay and 4-laning of Mumbai-Goa highway. And that's it for this episode. I hope you have enjoyed and learnt a lot from it. I will see you with another incredible state of India in the next. And don't forget to subscribe our channel and share it with your friends.